Boom! It's been a while, YouTube. I took me a break. In this video, we're going to talk about how you have to suffer in order to grow. Stick in here until the end. It's going to be some good stuff talked about in this video. You feel me? The reason why you must suffer to grow is simply because you have to know good and bad and indifferent in order to appreciate things that you didn't really make yours, if that makes sense. We all go through things in life. We all go through trials and tribulations. But it's when you suffer, when you have to go through things, that you'll be able to appreciate the things on the other side that you're striving for. Even as kids, we grow up with our parents telling us right from wrong. We grow up listening to our parents, obeying our parents, and we become adults. And we go and do some of the same things that our parents warned us about. They tried to warn us, but did we listen? Yes, we probably listened. We probably heard everything they said. But until it personally happens to you, you won't be able to appreciate none of that until you actually go through it yourself. You know why is that? Everything you look at in this whole universe was only once imagined in someone's mind. Meaning somebody had to create every single thing we see with our two eyes. We live in a third-dimensional universe. It's actually a multi-dimensional universe, and we are multi-dimensional beings. But we don't really understand things until we can actually see it, feel it, smell it, touch it, taste it. Period. But it's more to us than these physical bodies. That's why, push come to shove, it takes so long for some people to actually learn their lessons in life. Simply because people don't realize that whether we know we do it consciously or unconsciously, most of the time it's unconsciously, but we're actually creating every single thing that happens to us in our lives, whether we know it or not. Every single thing. There's no easy way around it. That's probably one of the hardest pills for anybody to swallow. Is the fact that you create your reality. There's nothing outside of you that does anything. Everything in this universe is energy, frequency, and vibrations. So your thoughts become things. Anything you think about and you put emotion into it, you draw that to you. Say for instance, if you on a negative side of things, right? If you like to look at the bad in all, that's energy. That will be attracted to you. You'll get that. If you try to look at and accept everything for what it is, without passing no judgment really, and accepting everybody for who they are, and understand like we are all one, they came from the same thing. Everything we see in this world is one thing. That's infinite intelligence. That's God, so to speak. So we have the choice of what we think about, what we want. Period. I stopped making videos for a couple weeks because I don't want to be repetitive and keep getting and making YouTube videos and say the same thing over and over and over again. Because I really want to like let people understand like it's more to you than this physical body. However, some people will get it and some people won't. And it's not my job to try to persuade people to think outside the box, so they be more cautious of their thoughts and things they put that energy into, because that will always come back to you. It almost sounds like a broke tape player or something. Like it just keep repeat the same thing over and over. I can't do that every day. I'm more of an introvert in my life. I can talk about a whole different array of subjects, but this seems to be the hardest thing for people to understand. Now, I can make videos about relationships. I can make videos about men, women, this and that. But at the end of the day, if you know who you are and what you are, what's the use of even talking about the negative stuff? I know some people have to lead up to this because I've been studying this stuff for years. But at the same time, at what point, what does it take for the light bulb to go off? Because insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's a definition of insanity. So, instead of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, but it don't happen that way. The universe do not work that way. But when I say you have to suffer, a lot of things I want to talk about, I need to get like feedback from people that have been through different things, and we can elaborate more on things. Because when I say you have to suffer, meaning you have to personally go through it. You can't live nobody else's life. You can't live your mother and your father's life. You can't replicate what they went through. You may go through some of the same things, but however, at the end of the day, you gonna have to paint your own picture. And you paint your own picture whether you know that or not. That's the crazy part about all of this. When I say you have to suffer, meaning you have to go through it personally so you can tell your story and help somebody else. But some people so stuck on just negativity, living in a negative vibration, negative energy, and expect everything to just work out. Life don't just happen. I mean, it does. Some things you control, some things you can't control. But the things you can control, ain't it better knowing that you can dictate pretty much how your life is going to be? So having gone through things, you know how to prepare yourself for the next thing that's coming. But if you carry yourself in a certain way and knowing who you really are, you create your reality, man. Period, point blank. There's no God in the sky that does anything. I mean, a lot of y'all may agree with this, a lot of y'all may not. From my personal experience, there's no God in the sky. The God that we are praying to is not outside of ourselves. You are it. It's inside of each and every human being. The blade of grass we see outside is God. The tree that takes in the carbon monoxide and gives us oxygen so we can breathe, that's God. The clouds in the sky, that's God. The ants, the deer, the dogs, the cats, all of that. It's the same thing. That's the hardest thing for anybody to understand. So when I say you have to suffer to grow, you really have to suffer to grow. Because then you'll understand things. I'm going to dive into it a little bit deeper, but I just had it on my heart to make this video. So that being said, y'all make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I probably want to do videos 2-3 times a week like I used to. Simply because I don't want to keep repeating myself as I said before. But when you know who you are, you do better. You are it. Like, comment, subscribe. Holla at your boy. Peace.